we talked about in the last episode, dealing with the threat indicators of people trying to ambush you. And unfortunately, if you do make the decision to recognize those indicators and move off of being the target, potentially going across the street, how now you can find yourself in a situation where you've actually gained their attention. On a positive side, you've created a little bit of distance, and now you've had them telegraph their intentions. You can actually prepare yourself for what's about to happen. Specifically, what I want to talk about here in this episode is the person that doesn't have an EDC mindset. They're not a sheep response or a sheepdog type person. They don't have the knife, the firearm, the pepper spray, the flashlight. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're being attacked by multiple attackers, how do you mitigate that and survive?
All right, so breaking it down into the types of group. They're jackals, they're parasites. They're going to try to surround you whichever way that is. So let's just say it is up against this wall. You'll notice that you're suddenly surrounded. You shouldn't just stand still facing one and having multiple over. There's going to be one of the individuals that is better at violence than the rest of them, that wants that violence. There'll be one individual that's just the antagonist. You might have another one that is kind of really good at violence as well, or thinks they are. Now, in that surrounding area, a few of them might be meek, depending on how many there are. But let's just say you'll have one that's kind of talking shit, but you'll have one that's really talking shit. So if you get surrounded, you have to realize that you're going to have to go. You can't fight this position. I can't suddenly deal with you and then get over here and then suddenly deal with this. I have to make a decision. So the same premise is like react to close combat or contact. So close ambush. If you have nowhere to go and we take contact, we're just going to turn and push through that line. So if I don't have cover anywhere, I have to break contact by pushing through contact.
Continue, finish. Let's finish this one. You're good.
Yep.
You're good.
So I'm going to make a decision on who do I think I can take more, or whatever the case may be. I might look at you, like I check this guy out, I'm like, I'm going this way. I might look at you, and then suddenly, with all intent and purpose, with nothing less than gratuitous violence, turn and this is a short train.
You guys have no idea how hard we are trying to make these videos for you. We are working very, very diligently. I have a former forward operator who's slowly getting more and more frustrated. So if you're lucky, you might get an actual real-world demonstration of how to handle violence. So as you were saying.
So if I do get completely surrounded, I can't take all this time. I mean, like, try to de-escalate the situation, sure. But realistically, this decision has been made. I could be stuck between two cars. It could be a multitude of things. I don't have anything on me. Fuck my life. So I'm gonna try to do that quick scan of who I'm dealing with, find the one that I'm willing to deal with, and I'm gonna break through this contact or
you're
this
trying to
ambush.
get through the simply. Let's just say you have a semicircle of 5 attackers. 5 attackers. Your goal is to get through that, and not to try and.
I am not going to try to fight one after another or anything like that. You're not going to happen. The probability of it is not going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rush one with nothing less gratuitous violence. Okay, so I don't have anything on me. I have hands, so I might cover up and just fucking grab. If I can slap, scratch. I mean, we're not so evolved, but we still have a little bit of nails. We still have.
Is this a situation where you're going to, like, what if you potentially fall down? So you're rushing. You've made the decision that I'm the guy that you're going to go through, and you rush me. What if you fall down? Now you're in a situation where you've got people stomping.
I'm not just trying to take you down. I'm trying to break past you.
Okay.
So, in turn is like if I do decide to choose you, I'm stuck right here. I'm looking over here for a second, so I'm like, okay, I got this. I might, and then just try to, one slap, hit, and then try to fucking push past. Because natural reaction is like that fucking, I don't want to get hit, I turn, and I'm going to blast past you. Now, once I get past this, we'll go with different ways, because yeah, shit happens. I could go to swing, completely fucking miss. I could hit a box, for all I know, right? Things happen. I miss. But if I do break through the line, I don't like the concept of just run, right? Like, I don't know about you. I'm pretty broken, so I can't just take off in a dead sprint without blowing a hammy, right? I don't have that. I smoke like a chimney, right? So I'm making a couple blocks away. They're fresh. I'm dying. So I break contact, and then I might just start moving back, and then like I made a point, like I'm not a soft target. Now there's all types of weapons of opportunity everywhere. A rock, a stick. There's cutting, smashing weapons I could try to get, but at the same time, I'm just trying to back off. I'll start utilizing my voice, try to command and control, ask for help. Realize people don't care. But I'm going to try to slowly make my way out, but not completely turning my back on these individuals. Now, if I do go down to the ground, once again, it's I got to cover my head, and I have to work my way up. What happens when a lot of people get attacked, even by most, is they initially start to
just turtle
down, and it makes everything easy. It makes the attacker's job easier. So if you happen to go to the ground, work on getting right back up. That's even pulling, clawing off up somebody, right? You can grab things. People don't like to be grabbed. So groin, eyes, ears, you start yanking on stuff.
You're realizing that you're in the fight, and what I want these conversations to be about when we're having these discussions. Clearly, if you're here, you're a security guard, but I want you guys to think about the times that you're not on the job, when you're going to your job, you're coming home, but also how to explain this to your family members, your children, your kids, your wife, your daughters. You're in that situation for whatever reason. You're in the fight. It does not matter how they view violence. It does not matter how they view these situations. You're in it. And now you have to work yourself out of it again. Not just turtling up and hoping that someone else is going to come to your rescue, that hoping that someone is going to take pity on you and say they're on the ground. These aren't gentlemen rules on the streets, specifically in areas like Portland. So if you find yourself in that situation, or God forbid your family members, they have to understand where they are at that moment and address it accordingly. I think what you're saying, get up, grab, pull, do whatever you can to fight yourself to a better situation. That's such sound advice.